So everyone, I've had quite a few helmets since I've joined Formula E, thanks to Ally and Run It Designs. But yeah, I just want to go through all of them. First time me seeing this PDF, so I'm just going to go through it with you guys. Sort of rate them out of 10, a bit of a background behind my design and stuff like this. So we've got a Season 8 helmet design here. We've got the Avalanche logo on the front, and basically we had a lot of red on the car in Season 8. So I just wanted to make a bit of contrast with the white, move away from my normal colours, which was sort of like black and red, and yeah, go to this white design. It was super fresh, super clean. Looked pretty tatty by the end of the season, that's for sure. Racing places like Saudi sort of destroys helmets, but it's quite a clean design, looked amazing when I first got it. So I'd give it probably a 7.5 out of 10. Moving to London, so Season 7, we're in the championship fight at this point, and I made a special design for London, obviously my home race. We've got some of the London E-Prix with a British Bulldog, little logo there, and then like the sky, sort of skyscraper landscape design on the back. Super cool design, big British flag on the top, which I don't normally do. I don't normally like it on helmets, but I thought on this one it was a special occasion. It actually came out really well. Looked good with the sort of blue triangles. The first time I actually tried that on a helmet, and then I ended up keeping that for quite a few of them. And yeah, shame about the sort of big stickers we had to use back then in the Formula E with the fan boost, but nevertheless, still look great. I'd give this one probably an 8 out of 10. Moving into Season 9, back to my usual colours of black and red. Really like the shading, what Run It Designed did on the top. And then was contrasting between gloss colours and matte colours for the first time as well. Felt like it came out really good. Definitely wasn't my favourite design out of the two from Season 9. I did prefer the black one more, which we'll look at, but nevertheless, cool design, looked clean, looked good in the car as well. And yeah, probably give it a 7 out of 10. Back in Season 7 on the very red car. Again, I brought in a bit more red than the white design, but nevertheless, it was still heavily dominated by white. Yeah, shading on the top looked pretty cool. It was difficult for my designer, but nevertheless, he did a good job of it. Something we struggled with having white on the top. It was always a challenge to try and get depth and contrast into the design, but the guy did quite a good job. I'll probably give this one a 7 out of 10. Then there's the Rome helmet. I think this is by far my favourite and coolest design I've ever done. This got a lot of talk throughout the paddock in Formula 1, in Formula E, everywhere. So definitely 10 out of 10, but just, yeah, it was such a cool design. The way the Roman numerals were designed on the top, you know, the gladiator on the back, the JD logo on the side, and just the shading of the stone effect was awesome. So yeah, 10 out of 10, full credit to my designer and Rennet for absolutely nailing the shading. It wasn't easy, and yeah, just so retro, so perfect for Rome, and obviously to get the win and stand on top of the car with that design, just topped off an amazing weekend and sort of launched our championship into contention. And yeah, we left Rome like basically with 30 points lead. Back in Season 7 with my BMW helmet, probably the one I used the most. Again, a lot of white on the top, worked really well with the car design, looked great, but again, difficult to get good shading. But the guys did a pretty good job. Just a clean helmet design, nothing too much behind it on this one. A bit of gloss, a bit of matte, worked quite well, but nothing really too much behind this one. It was sort of my first helmet in Formula E. I wanted it just looking clean and sharp, nothing too fancy. And then back to Season 9, a lot of shading on the top. This is something what you can do really well on when you have a black contrast on the top. Just the shading is absolutely incredible. And yeah, I just felt the colors worked super well with the car. Definitely my favorite design from Season 9 in terms of my two standard ones. But yeah, I just felt like it worked perfectly. Had both, had a lot of podiums with this helmet. I sort of used this one a lot more than my other one. Felt like it brought me a bit more look, a bit more better results. So I was a little bit superstitious, I guess. But yeah, just great shading, which is super important. So moving on to the Monaco one, you know, I felt like I probably could have done a bit better job with the design. Went quite cliche with it, with the roulette wheel on the top and then some gambling stuff on the sides with the cards and stuff. It's still a cool design, but definitely something which I want to improve on for next year or my next special design whenever I do one for Monaco. But yeah, I felt like the colours worked perfectly. A really big contrast to the red car, obviously, with a blue helmet. but just the gloss, the sparkling colours from the blue worked perfectly. But yeah, definitely an updated version will come soon, I'm sure. And then again, back to season 7 with my BMW helmet. Again, one of my first helmets I had in Formula E. Nothing too much to it. Again, the shading on the top was really cool with the dark blue on the top, but nevertheless, it was just a clean design, nothing too much from it. Worked well with the car, but yeah, probably give it probably 6.5 out of 10. And then my South African helmet, yeah, it's just an awesome design. I felt like going big with their flag was something quite unique. I hadn't really seen too many people do that before on the side of their helmet, and just the way their flag shape is, it just worked perfectly with my original design. So I felt like the triangle effect inside the flag, which obviously I've tried to incorporate in quite a few helmets, worked well. So yeah, love this helmet. We'll definitely would like to use it again if we ever go back to Cape Town, but nevertheless, it's one for the helmet stand what I've got at home, and would give that one a 9 out of 10. So guys, that's all my helmets done in Formula E. I'm going to be making plenty more designs for season 10. I'm probably going to be looking at 6 helmets. So write down in the comments which sort of locations you'd love to see a one-off. I'm definitely going to do one in Tokyo, but maybe we do somewhere in Saudi, India, some really cool locations we're racing at this year, even Shanghai. So get it in the comments. Pick your favorite helmet out of this bunch, and then let me know what location you'd like to see a special design at. I want to try and get loads of different helmet designs for when I retire, when I'm grey and old, and can look back on. So yeah, type in the comments which locations you like, and I'll definitely get a design done.